How many of you tuned in to watch last night's third Republican debate on NBC News? Well, okay, Al did. In case you missed it, the field of Republicans has narrowed. Just 5 GOP hopefuls took the stage in Miami, but things got pretty fiery with Vivek Ramaswamy taking aim at both Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. Take a look.
Do you want a leader from a different generation who's going to put this country first? Or do you want Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels?
All right, Mr.
In which case, we've got 2 of them on stage tonight.
Ramaswamy, thank you.
Yes, I'd first like to say they're 5-inch heels, and I don't wear them unless you can run in them. The second thing that I will say is I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition.
Ooh, the jabs did not end there. Nope. A lot of folks felt Ramaswamy went too far bringing up Haley's daughter and how she's on TikTok. Take a look.
In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my
before
daughter
preaching
out
to
of your
anybody else, your
voice.
adult daughter. The next generation of Americans. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy
scum.
answer.
Meantime, the front runner, former President Donald Trump, was not there. He held a rally nearby. So DBL Nation, always want to hear from you. Can any of these 5 candidates, in your opinion, beat Trump for the nomination? Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. What do you all think?
Absolutely
what do you think?
not. But looking at that, and I wonder if you guys got the same impression. When I was looking, I was like, oh, only one of them learned from Donald Trump. It really, when I was looking at Nikki Haley's response with the, I can't believe you said that, Eric. Oh, man, talking about it really reminded me of Jeb Bush and how old school that kind of Republican looked, and how when Trump went after people, they still had these kind of Republican rules of decorum. And Vivek seemed like he was the only person, love him or hate him, I think he wants you to hate him, to evoke that same response. And he looked clearly different than the other candidates.
But can I be honest? It didn't really work for him.
I think it did. We're leading our story with Vivek Ramaswamy.
True,
Tori.
but who really got the snaps in the room? It was Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley won that debate hands down. She came across as relatable. She came across as knowledgeable, logical. I don't like anything basically Nikki Haley says, nothing. But she clearly was the adult in the room, and Vivek was like, I can be Donald Trump. I can be Donald Trump. He wasn't. He can't be. There's only one of him. Thank God.
No one said Trump was the adult in the room when he wiped the floor with those same kind of candidates.
I agree, but it takes a Donald Trump to do that, and Vivek just is trying too hard, and it comes across. We all smell it. It just is phony. None of them are going to beat Donald Trump. None of them are going to be none of them are going to be his vice president at all. My opinion right now is Nancy Mace from South Carolina, the congresswoman, will be the one he picks. What these guys are doing, is trying to make a name for themselves in the party, so that when Trump goes, you remember a Nikki Haley, you remember a Ramaswamy. They know they're not going to win, but they do need to make an imprint somehow, and this is how they do it. It's sad, the scum comments, it's sad, but
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let's say Trump does not win the nominee for various reasons, with certain states possibly being able to take him off the ballot, whether or not that can happen. Who, in your opinion, would the Republicans vote for? Out of those 5.
With a year up, probably Haley. She's the most presidential, and she gets the most Republican suburban women. You cannot win without women. And Vivek Ramaswamy is not really gearing up to invite women into his campaign, in my opinion.
Sam, I'm curious your thoughts about the abortion conversation.
So I've watched every single GOP debate, and I watched last night's. And even though I don't agree with Nikki Haley's policies, I definitely agree with Tori first that Nikki Haley definitely came off the most presidential. As far as the abortion conversation, I was surprised how quickly they all pivoted since Tuesday's results, right? The election results that we saw a lot of these red states flip blue when it comes to abortion issues. So a lot of them backpedaled. A lot of them would say, I am pro-life, but if you want to have that conversation with your doctor, and if it's over 15 weeks, or if it's under 15 weeks, then I am for it. So a lot of dancing around the issue, as opposed to the first 2 debates where it was very much, this is where I stand. I'm pro life, and I think we're seeing some backpedaling now. So that's interesting. Let's see what our viewers have to say. 58% of you believe can any of these candidates beat Trump. 58% of you say no, and 42% of you believe they can. Interesting.